All right, so you guys sent in a request to deep dive into some pretty wild Barack Obama rumors.
Hmm.
And I got to say, when I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Divorce? Like,
Mm.
where is this even coming from? So we've got this tabloid cover someone sent in.
Right.
We've got a bunch of social media chatter, some late night talk show clips.
Yeah.
Even Meghan McCain had something to say about this whole thing.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think it's safe to say this is going to be a pretty interesting deep dive.
Yeah, this is going to be really fascinating. You know what I think is so interesting about all this is that it's not just your typical celebrity gossip, you know? It gives us a chance to really look at how rumors spread.
Yeah.
Especially these days. You know, information, whether it's true or not, just travels so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good point. And speaking of information that might be a little iffy,
Okay.
why don't we start with that In Touch magazine cover that everyone's talking about?
Okay.
The truth about Jen and Barack.
Hmm.
I mean, come on. Talk about clickbait.
Oh, yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing with that one. But you know what I think is even more interesting than the headline itself?
With
So it's how they actually try to make this whole thing sound believable. Like, they use all these vague quotes
Right.
from these so-called insiders hinting at an affair, saying Michelle Obama is, like, let down. And it just plays into all these existing narratives that people already have about celebrity relationships and, like, power couples.
That's true. But isn't that a little too easy, though? Just throw out a juicy quote with no real source
Right.
and expect everyone to just eat it up.
You would think so, but that's where this thing called the illusory truth effect comes in.
Illusory what?
The illusory truth effect. Basically, it means the more you hear something repeated, even if it's not true, the more likely you are to start believing it. It's almost like our brains get tricked into thinking, well, if everyone keeps saying it, there must be something to it. And tabloids, they're really good at exploiting this. They present these unfounded claims, but they do it with this air of authority.
So sneaky. Well, at least in this case, Jennifer Aniston wasn't having any of it.
That's right.
I saw that Jimmy Kimmel interview where she addressed this whole rumor. She just straight up denied it, said she'd only met Obama once, and even made a joke about the whole thing.
See, that's a perfect example of how celebrities can actually fight back against these rumors. A direct public denial. Especially with a little humor. It can go a long way.
Makes them seem more relatable.
It does, and it cuts through all the noise, lets them reclaim their own narrative.
Right. So that's Jen putting out the fire. But then we've got these Obama divorce rumors. And this is where things get a little more complicated. Michelle being absent from Jimmy Carter's funeral
Right.
and from Trump's inauguration really got people talking.
Yeah, it's interesting how people interpreted those absences. Like, a spokesperson said there was a scheduling conflict for Carter's funeral. But when it came to the inauguration, there wasn't really a clear explanation. And that lack of explanation just fueled all the speculation.
Yeah.
It created this void that was quickly filled with assumptions and rumors.
It's like people can't handle a little mystery. And don't you think people's own biases come into play here, too?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if you already dislike the Obamas, you're probably more likely to believe a divorce rumor.
Yeah, confirmation bias is a powerful thing. We tend to look for information that confirms what we already believe, even if that information isn't very strong or reliable.
Okay. It's like we want to be right.
It's like a way of reinforcing our own worldview.
Which brings us to Meghan McCain's comments.
Okay.
She's a pretty well-known journalist.
Yeah.
And on her podcast, she said she's hearing from other journalists that the divorce rumors are true. And that's not just some random comment online. That gives the rumor some real weight.
Yeah, that's a really important point. It shows how even people in positions of authority can accidentally contribute to spreading misinformation. It makes you think about journalistic responsibility, especially these days with social media, where unverified claims can spread like wildfire.
It's a wild world out there. But then on the other hand, we have Barack Obama's birthday tribute to Michelle. He posted it online for everyone to see. And it was full of, like, warmth and affection.
Okay.
Did that feel genuine to you?
It's hard to say for sure. Public figures are so aware of their image. You know, there could be some image management going on, but at the same time, actions can speak louder than words.
And a public display of affection like that could be seen as pushing back against the divorce rumors.
I guess so.
So where does that leave us? Tabloid claims, celebrity denials, political commentary, a journalist adding fuel to the fire.
Wow.
It's a tangled web we've woven.
Yeah, it really is. And that's the big takeaway here. We have to be critical consumers of information, especially when it comes to rumors about public figures. Ask yourself, where is this information coming from? Is it verifiable? What biases might be at play?
What stands out to you most in all of this?
Honestly, for me, it's how easily these rumors can take on a life of their own, even the ones with zero evidence. We saw how tabloids exploit our psychology, how social media amplifies these claims, and how even respected journalists can get caught up in it all.
Right.
It's a reminder to be careful out there. Question what you see and hear.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that sometimes the most captivating stories are the ones we create ourselves, filling in the blanks with our own assumptions and interpretations. Maybe the real story here isn't about the Obamas or Jennifer Aniston, but about how willing we are to believe.
Wow.
Something to think about, huh?